Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? Hopefully you can see me well. And you can see the sign behind me, the Carlsbad sign, which tells you where I'm at, Carlsbad, California. So, my name is Kent. Channel's EOS San Diego. And I make videos about the EOS blockchain. And I'm going to walk across a four-way street here. This is like the major intersection here in Carlsbad. The 101 and Carlsbad Village Drive. I'll show you down Carlsbad Village Drive. You can see down there. And of course, behind me is the ocean. It's right behind me. And this is the Coast Highway. They call it Coast Highway. It's the 101 is what we call it, but it's the Coast Highway. So if you ever make it out to this area, please look me up. It's actually a pretty nice area to be. A lot of tourism out here because it is right along the ocean. And of course, it's very, very nice. And here's a historic place behind me. That is, I think they call it the Land and Water place. It's got shops in it now, but it's actually was a place that used to be kind of a major landmark because people used to stop there and buy chicken as they were going from Los Angeles to San Diego. And it was kind of a place where people would stop over. So a lot of history here in Carlsbad. It's a fun place to be. We're very fortunate to live here. So I want to talk a little bit tonight about, when I'm talking about Carlsbad and trying to talk about landmarks and stuff like that, you can tell that there's not a lot to talk about as far as the crypto market's concerned. And it's really true. Crypto market is down. Very disappointing to see Bitcoin go down below 8,000 and to see EOS go below $3. Kind of disappointing. I mean, really disappointing, actually, to say so. I mean, it just doesn't feel like it should be there. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of activity, and it just doesn't seem to fit that it's prices are always going down or prices are going down below kind of barriers or places where you wouldn't think they would break through, which is $8,000 and $3. You wouldn't believe that those would be breakthrough prices or breakthrough places right now. And the reason why is because there's just a lot going on. There's a lot of activity with investors, institutional investing. There's a lot of acknowledgement by government agencies, a lot of favorable stuff going on with government agencies as far as Security and Exchange Commission and SEC, giving Bitcoin a pass, giving EOS a pass. They're very favorable things. The other thing that's going on right now too is I see where the Internal Revenue Service has released some information as far as how to handle cryptocurrencies for tax situations. And that's another, even though people don't like the fact that cryptos are going to be, taxed like any other investment, but that is a favorable thing for cryptocurrency because the IRS is telling you and actually setting aside or setting out guidelines for how to handle cryptocurrencies. So they're not looking at it as a black market, a blacklisted way of handling money that they're saying is all involved with drug dealing and terrorism, and we're not going to allow it. No, they're actually making ways for you to handle this. And of course, the stuff, the guidelines that they've come out with, they haven't come out with anything for about 4 years. So this is all recent. In fact, I think I just got sent to me yesterday some of the stuff that was sent to me as far as guidelines on cryptocurrency and how to handle it. Basically, like any other investment, you got capital gain, you got short-term investment, you got long-term investment. Anything over a year is going to be long-term. Anything under a year is going to be short-term. If you get an airdrop, it's actually going to be classified as a taxable event. If you get a fork in a cryptocurrency, it's going to be a taxable event. All these things can be taxed. Which, if the government doesn't get their little piece of the pie, it's probably not going to happen. The fact they're getting a piece of pie is good because they're going to help this activity. Because if they're helping this activity, they're going to pay taxes on it. So as anything, it's if they're acknowledging it and they're trying to regulate it, then they're probably going to accept it and probably going to promote it, and it's going to probably be something that everybody's going governments are going to embrace. And that's exactly what's happening. That's why I think price right now doesn't reflect all the activity that's going on, all the good things that are going on. The other thing that I would like to talk a little bit tonight about is I was talking to my friend Kirby in Las Vegas, and he was talking about how he felt that before the Block 1 announcement about the Security Exchange Commission's giving them a pass, Block 1 was being very hesitant and wasn't really able to do a lot of the things they wanted to do. A lot of the going out and marketing EOS very well, or promoting a lot of things they had ideas with as far as EOS is concerned. They were waiting on the Security and Exchange Commission, almost like they were being handcuffed. So now that this decision's been made, the handcuffs come off, and Block 1 can be a lot more progressive and a lot more active as far as EOS is concerned and things they have planned. So I think that's a good thing too. So there's a lot of good things going on, just the price is not really showing that or reflecting that, and it doesn't seem right. I have a feeling, and it's just a gut feeling, because I made a video about this not too long ago, that I think prices are going to go much, much higher very soon. And I have nothing to base that on. In fact, if anything, I would say most of what I'm hearing is negative, and prices could go lower. But there's a little part of me that wants to believe prices are going to go higher, and I do believe they will be going higher, because this is just such a bad time for cryptocurrencies as far as news is concerned, as far as prices are concerned, and all this stuff going on. There's just too much going on in the background for this to stay low like this. I actually think it's a little bit of a setup for people thinking that things are going to go back to very low levels when they're actually going to go much higher. And I think a lot of people are taking up positions right now. A lot of big money's taking up positions, and things are going to go very much higher, because the digital currency is the only solution for the problems that face economies, that face world trade, and that face the inclusion of millions, if not billions, of people into a financial system of which the world needs everybody to participate in. And of course, with the internet now, mobile devices, worldwide internet basically will become from satellites. There's a lot of satellites going up in this space right now that are going to give internet to everybody on the face of the earth. With all these people now being included in the economy, there's got to be a way to handle this. And of course, the only way to do this is cryptocurrencies. Facebook is already thinking ahead of that kind of world, because they were doing Libra on their Facebook protocol, over their Facebook, the Facebook app. So there's a lot going on here, a lot that doesn't meet the eye. A lot of things are going on in the background. So I think this is going to be a good time to pick up a Bitcoin, good time to pick up a few thousand EOS. I think that this would all pay off very well in the future. I have a feeling things are going to go up much higher very quickly. When they do, it'll be something that happens very quickly. I know next time the prices go up, I will appreciate those prices going up much more than I appreciated them in the past. In the past, I just thought this was the way it is, and it's always going to go up higher, like everybody does when they see a great market. They don't ever think it's going to go down. But the next time this happens, I'll be a little bit more cautious with how I think about it, because I do think that there's always going to be profit takers, and there's always going to be people that take money off the table, and you got to be prepared for that. And not everybody's just going to buy into what the inevitable is the fact that it is a growing, expanding market that is going to take over the world. A lot of people don't see that right away, or they know that it's going to be years before that happens. So they will be taking profits off the table all the time, and you got to be prepared for that. So when you see prices go up, it's not a bad idea to take a profit. Not a bad idea to get some money off the table. So anyway, like I said, I just got a good feeling things are going to turn around very soon, and that these prices won't last much longer. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.